You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi there, General Hospital fans. We have got a simmering secret about Dante and Gio set to explode, and it might be Lulu Spencer that figures it out and uses it to destroy Brook Lynn Quartermaine's life just to be spiteful. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's talk about the race against time as this huge, life-altering secret is set to come out, and I'm expecting it to blow up in February sweeps really soon. If you're not subscribed, though, please click that button, and now let's get right into it. Pretty much since Lulu Spencer woke up from her coma, she has been a jerk to Brook Lynn. I mean, yeah, Carly did pay BLQ to try and break up Lulu and Dante years ago. It's been more than a decade, though. It's been 15 years. It was summer 2010 when Carly paid Brook Lynn to try and break them up because Carly blamed Dante for Michael winding up in prison after killing his awful stepmom, Claudia Zaccara. If you don't remember, it was actually BLQ who felt guilty about the whole arrangement and actually confessed to Lulu. And of course, yeah, what Brook Lynn did back then was awful. You know, when she didn't have any luck seducing Dante, she drugged him, and then Lulu found them making out and rubbing on each other. And it's kind of what makes this retcon that they're doing so dumb. It is a top to bottom rewrite of history because there was a lot of talk back then about BLQ telling Dante she'd had a crush on him for a long time and it was like unrequited, meaning they never got together. And then him talking about how she's not the tomboy he remembered when she was younger, you know, and it was made painfully clear back in 2010 that Brook Lynn and Dante never slept together, and their age gap is such that a teen pregnancy of hers would have been a felony on his part. There's a 12-year age gap between them. He was born mid-80s and she was born in 1996. But it's what they're doing, despite the fact that it's just ripping history apart and is idiotic. We're stuck with it, whatever. The whole thing with Lulu being such a pill to BLQ since coming out of the coma, though, is just, it's over the top. It's a lot. You know, who Lulu should be raging at all the time is frickin' Cyrus for putting her into the coma and killing her boyfriend. Otherwise, you know, she should just be grateful to be alive. Before she went into the coma, we never heard boo about Lulu being nasty to BLQ over this old vendetta. And yes, Amanda Setton was cast. BLQ was back a full year before Lulu went into that coma. So they had a whole year of overlap before the floating rib went boom because of Cyrus leaving Lulu as Sleeping Beauty. And we never heard anything about this. But now they have invented this terrible secret. And what's really bad is BLQ doesn't even know all of the secret, but Lois Cirillo does, and now Martin Gray does as well. I think the only other person that knew the whole truth is dead. Camilla Palmieri, Lois's cousin who adopted Gio in a secret family adoption. There's that saying, two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. And for a while now, one of them has been dead, Camilla. So Lois's secret was safe, but now she's told Martin. And BLQ has been debating telling Chase that she had a baby before because he's so upset about his sterility. Not just that, but he feels like she's going to miss out on the experience of being pregnant. And he's feeling really guilty about that. You know, the problem is it's not just that BLQ kept that pregnancy a secret. It's Dante's baby, as you know, Chase's partner. So it's messy. And even worse is BLQ's kid is all grown up and living basically down the hall from her and her husband. And now we have Lulu eager to find a way to lash out at Brook Lynn for this ancient grievance, and something may fall into her lap soon. Something that Dante and Brook Lynn don't know about that will change things forever. So when talking to Lois, it was clear that BLQ thinks her baby was adopted by some rando, and she has no idea the baby grew up in Bensonhurst and that she's known him most all of his life because it's Gio. So that's a big deal. And of course, Dante does not know he has a firstborn son older than Rocco. And that will probably really set off Lulu because for years, she's been the only woman to give Dante a child. So she's going to be furious to find out the woman she hates, Brook Lynn, is also Dante's baby mama. And the seeds were planted on a GH episode this week. So Dante showed up and saved Lulu from burning down Bobby's with overdone toast. And Emma and Gio just happened to drop by the diner after they left Charlie's pub. They were doing some stuff with her animal cruelty project pamphlets. And Emma had been annoyed with him, but then she told Gio she can't stay mad when he bats those gorgeous eyelashes. And then Emma noticed Dante has great lashes also, very similar. And he tells Emma, Dante does, that it's because they're Italian and everybody from Bensonhurst is basically hot. Most of them are. We've seen a lot of them, you know. But no, it's because Violin Boy is Dante's spawn. And by the way, there's another person who knows about her pregnancy, Cody Bell. He's known all these years, ever since it happened when they were all teenagers together with this invented history they've contrived. So the question is, how does Lulu find out? I suspect she will stumble over it and then will choose to be cruel and blab the news to punish BLQ and hurt her marriage. Lulu may think damaging Brook Lynn's relationship with Chase is karma for her taking money from Carly to seduce Dante way back then. Hazarding a guess, the remark that Emma made about Dante and Gio's similar good looks may plant a little seed in Lulu. And then, because it's a soap, you know, people always talk near open doors so other people can overhear. So I'm betting she is going to overhear someone talking about the pregnancy and the adoption. It could be Cody and BLQ talking about the secret pregnancy and how Dante and Chase can't find out. She's decided not to tell. It could be Lois on the phone talking to Martin and spelling out, we have to make sure Brook Lynn doesn't find out her and Dante's baby is Gio. Keep those adoption papers sealed. You know how when they do a lot of exposition on the phone so whoever's eavesdropping can hear everything? Or Lulu could even overhear Brook Lynn and Lois talking about it. I'm guessing it's not like hardcore detective work, but eavesdropping that alerts Lulu to this situation. And then, of course, if she feels like it, she could do a secret DNA test to confirm her suspicions. It'd be easy enough to get a glass Gio drank from and a beer bottle Dante drank from and have them tested. Carly did that with the whole Drew Jason thing. I mean, heck, she could just steal their toothbrushes to get a DNA test. And if Lulu does find out about the Dante BLQ baby deal, I can't see her keeping it quiet. No, she'll blow it up. And if she does, I kind of hope it comes back around to bite her, because while Tracy does adore Lulu, her precious Brook Lynn is her granddaughter. So if push came to shove, Tracy would absolutely side with BLQ over Lulu. And yeah, Chase would be upset. But since this thing predates him by, almost 20 years, and he loves Brook Lynn, and he's a forgiving guy, I think he'd let it go. Dante would be upset, but since BLQ was in the dark about the family adoption and they were both young, I just can't see Dante punishing her by lashing out. I think the big losers in this, if it does come out this way from Lulu, if it does, I'm not saying it will, I'm saying if it does, the two who likely come out of this looking the worst are Lois and Lulu. But we'll see. It all may come out another way, but with the whole eyelash thing about Dante and Gio right under Lulu's nose on the recent episode, that's where I suspect it's going.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.